In this chapter, we'll talk about how to close. What is the structure of a close? At its very simplest, you say need, benefit, ask. You summarize the need that people want, you present the benefit of your product or service, and then you merely ask them to buy it and wait for a yes or wait for a no. Another way to close is to just take physical action, just do something. In fact, that closing worksheet that I gave you, I'm hoping this will be a great tool, a crutch for you to take physical action. When you ask someone a question and then you write it down on a piece of paper, say, okay, I'm going to make a note of that. I'm going to have our open house on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. That's forcing them into a commitment. It's presumptuous, it's assertive, it's implied, it's closing. That's the whole point. And you know what? The best close I have ever seen is to just start writing. There is no better way. If you're with a buyer and they're saying, well, we really want to think it over, say, you know what, there's about 9 major things that you'll need to think over in purchasing this home. Let me take out a purchase agreement. I'm going to show you what you'll need to think over. The first thing is an earnest money. If you were to buy this property, earnest money is around $10,000. How would that be with you? Great. When you write that in. In fact, the first time that I learned this technique as a new agent, I remember taking a purchase agreement and saying, well, if you were to buy this home, here's all the things that you'll need to write down. And for whatever reason, I saved the earnest money, minor point, till last. And I got to earnest money and I said, you know, if you folks should decide to buy this home, the earnest money is going to be about X thousand dollars. How does that sound to you? And I will never forget this. The gentleman turned to his wife and said, honey, do you have the checkbook? Here I had done this for the very first time I learned this technique. I get to a minor point and he buys the property. What's the worst thing that could have happened? The worst thing that could have happened is they could have still said, no, we don't want to buy the property. Then I wasted a purchase agreement. But you know what? Asking and getting a no is what makes you a good salesperson. In this case, they said yes, they signed the contract, and off we went. So worst case scenario, just start writing. No matter what it is, use your pen and start writing. It is a great technique.